Three, two, one.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It feels like a good day. The sun is starting to shine outside. I'm excited about what's going on.
Yep, it's February, our first February market update, and we are here for you.
Yeah.
So, the first time the sun is coming up later and going down later. Hallelujah. You know,
It's progress. It's progress for sure. So
yeah.
Real quick, I'm Jurgen, and this is
I am Davina.
and this is the John Scott Talent Market Update. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little news about what happened last month, a little insight into some of the things that we see. We do this on a weekly basis because we want to keep you informed. If you ever have any questions, put in the comment chat. We would love to talk with you. Or if it's something that's a little bit bigger, maybe bring it into the next week. But for today, what do we start with?
We have a few little celebrations or big celebrations, that we definitely start our days out with.
Yeah.
Who are we celebrating this week?
We're saying a big happy birthday to Susie Williams on Tuesday out of our DuPont office.
And Clarissa McQuillan out of our Lacey office. She is celebrating her birthday on Thursday. And Clarissa usually does a whole birthday month. So happy birthday to you.
You know what? She's generous enough in taking that birthday month to take the shortest month of the year, though. So she's not overdoing it, right?
Yeah, I don't think she planned on what month she was born, but, it all works out, right?
Absolutely. And happy anniversary to Shannon Kimenow out of our Lacey office on Monday.
Happy anniversary. Yes, to our team. So we love you guys and we love to celebrate. So yes, there's some news. There's something that's happened since the last time we were on.
I know. You know what it was? We have an update. Last week, we got moved into phase 2 in Thurston, Pierce, King, Snohomish, Lewis, Thurston. 7 counties got moved into phase 2. And we didn't know what that last week when we found out. We didn't know what it meant to real estate yet, but we got some clarification. And this is good news, right?
Absolutely.
First and foremost, what is the first and foremost, Davina?
Oh my gosh. This is what everyone has been waiting for, right? The agents have been waiting for. Open houses, in-person open houses are now permitted. Yay. There are some limitations, but it's actually very lenient based on what we've been through. So So now, based on those open houses, I believe the number is 10, including the agent, no more than 10 people inside. Obviously, there's some protocol that has to be met for those open houses as well, including social distancing and sanitation and, registrations, face coverings. But this is good.
Yeah. And if you're going to go, this is one of those things. This weekend, you can go back and see some open houses, but have some patience too, because we want to make sure that as we have open back up, we're able to have open houses. We don't want to disregard the rules, have too many people. So if there's a little bit of a wait to get in an open house, let's definitely operate with a little bit of patience. And also really cool is the fact that we can see people in the offices by appointment, which hasn't been the case, right? Our offices are almost kind of sort of open.
Yeah. So we're not open to the public, and it's been the case as well. But we can have appointments for in-person services. And so, and as long as, you know, our capacity is limited to 25%, but we can provide in-person services by appointment only in the offices. So that's a good thing as well.
It is. And you know what's so cool about that? That really leads us into what we're going to talk about next, which is for the first time in such a long time, when we show you some new listings that have come on the market, guess what? Just like this first one, there is an open house attached to it. Oh my goodness. This listing is brought to you and the open house this Saturday from 12 to 4 o'clock. Come out, see Mr. Jake Diatley from the Olympia office. This is at 6020 Elegy Place Southeast in Olympia. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3,464 square foot home. Fantastic. On a nearly 1.5 acre lot. It's at $539,900. That's a fantastic price. It is I'll just read the very beginning. Beautifully updated Tempo Lake home with lake access at the end of the street, and it has so many features. What you really should do is check this out. Even has a detached shop, full loop. My goodness. If you are looking for something or you just want to see a beautiful home, come out, see the open house, get inspired.
Yes. And continuing that open house trend, we have another open house weekend and new listing from Valerie out of our DuPont office. She's just listed this charming Rambler home in Centralia, 1106 West Walnut Street, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, just under 900 square feet. Super duper cute. It's located near downtown Centralia. So it's got cozy little eating nooks and alcoves and breakfast bars. It's even got AC and new windows and new floors and new kitchen appliances. And it's just got a lot of possibilities, as well as a fully fenced yard and patio. So you've got to get down to this reason. Look, $250,000 sold, gone. I mean, and also it is open today. So you guys, open house weekend starts today, 2 to 6, and also Saturday, tomorrow from 11 to 2. So get out, check it out, go see this home. It is not going to last long, super affordable and super cute.
Yeah. Enjoy the sunshine. So we have our next listing from Guy Duval out of our Lacey office. This is actually really cool. This is at 17110 Eugene Street Southwest in Rochester. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 bath, this big Rambler, 3,240 square foot on a 5-acre lot. Now, inside, really well updated. You can see it from the photos, just shines. But listen to the outside, inclusive of that mini split AC heat. Outside, 3 fenced cross fence pastures with extra 800 foot of 2x4 fencing and post, loafing shed with hay storage, garden shed, chicken coop, greenhouse, raised garden beds, with rhubarb, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and plenty more. Several fruit trees. This thing looks like a little mini farm. For what, $619,950? This is one to definitely check out.
Yes. Wow. Amazing. And then last but not least, we have Scott Hollis out of our Lacey office with this lovely home in a 55 and over community in Viking Estates in Puyallup, 15418 122nd Avenue Court East. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, just under 1,400 square feet. And it has new paint inside, a 2-car garage, lots of space, gazebo, fence garden, a shed, a barbecue area. Oh, so many things. And again, this one also says the personal space and possibilities are endless. So this one, an affordable $154,000, $154,500. So wow, get out there and check it out this weekend.
Yeah. And you know what? Just because you guys are so good and tuned in, we have a bonus one for you. It's the Village at Mill Pond. It is Olympia's finest community. And homes are being built in process. We're in phase 2, working on phase 3. There's going to be a beautiful community center that's associated with that as we get into phase 3. Progress is going through, but the homes are going really fast. This weekend, you should definitely go since open houses are open. Check this out. You're going to be truly shocked and amazed at the quality that you see.
I heard there's only 17 lots available or something like that.
Going super fast.
Yeah,
they're fantastic. New home. It's hard to find new construction right now. And especially when you talk about it, it's not just the fact that it's new construction, but it's the quality of the build and the community that's being built.
Yeah, so you can get out there and build it and make your selections and have some fun.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And you know what? What we can do now is just go through a couple quick numbers. So we just had January wrap, and we've got the numbers kind of looking through what it meant. Before we even do that, Davina, how did January feel to you?
Cold.
Was that just the mornings or?
Yeah, I feel like we slowed down a little bit in January, but it's still the activity was still going on just as strong. Lots of buyers out looking for homes. We just still didn't have the inventory in January. So I feel like maybe pendings were down a little bit in January, but just because of the tightness and just really feeling that tightness, but a lot of anxiety about what's coming on the market next, and helping buyers to try to find homes and agents running. That's really how it felt in January.
Absolutely agree with you. It felt like the activity level itself was high. People are looking. There just wasn't enough inventory. Probably when February numbers come out, we're going to see fewer closes in February than maybe even the year prior, just because of the lack of inventory. But what's really positive is I think even in the last week or so have felt a lot of momentum towards sellers really starting to go, hey, you know what? It might be that time to put my home on the market. It feels like the listings are starting to buoy up just a little bit. All right. So in that, I forgot how to flip the screen. Here we go. So we're going to start in Seattle, because in the Seattle numbers, just highlighted over here, the best price range, or at least the most active price range in Seattle, was 500 to 750, but not far behind was the 750 to $1 million. Just the price point is a little higher. But even with those being the dominant price points, look at that months of inventory, the amount of time it would take to sell every home that's currently on the market based on the average number of homes that we're selling the month or the time period prior. 1.1, that means every home on the market currently on average would sell within or right outside of 1 month. That is incredibly high incredibly active as far as sellers. Definitely slanted towards the seller side of the equation. And this over here is the days pending. How many days when all the homes that are coming on the market, how many are going off within the first 30 days? 61.2%. That's so quick. That number is much, much lower, typically maybe closer to 25, maybe 30%, right?
Yeah.
So with that, we branch a little bit to the south. We've got Southwest King. Anything you see here, Davina?
Well, I mean, we're seeing the numbers are a little bit, let's say, not looser, but tighter in as we move a little bit south. So in that $500,000 to $750,000 price range, it is literally month supply. We're less than 2 weeks supply of inventory in the Southwest King County region, and total activity is right there, a couple of weeks of inventory, month supply, and it's extreme frenzy. So that means right here, it looks like almost 80% of the listings that are coming on the market are going off the market within those first 30 days.
Yeah. So as we continue moving south, and when you look at these numbers as a buyer, that means get consultation, get prepared, and be ready to have the best offer. There's so many things we could do to help you get prepared to win competitive home prices, or excuse me, competitive home bidding, so that you can actually maximize your time and actually get the home of your dreams. For sellers, it doesn't mean just put your market and just shoot a dart at the board. It means actually consulting and figuring out the best strategy to maximize whatever it is you're looking for, whether that's the highest dollar amount, maybe it's moving somebody else, or being able to go from one home to the next and having a strategic plan to get there. These are some of the reasons why we talk about these, but also offer to help consult with you. Into Pierce County South, you can see that number in the most active one in Pierce County is between 350 to 500. But look at that, it's 0.3 months of inventory. That is barely right about a week of inventory. So it's taken about a week to sell all the homes in there in that price range. And then if you take a look at the total activity, just 0.4, that means just that's maybe about 2 weeks. That's actually less than 2 weeks for the most part. And it's an extreme frenzy. Homes are going off the market 80.8% of the time within the first 30 days. Such a weird market.
Yeah, and we're feeling the squeeze. And as you move further south, it's feeling the squeeze. So in that 350 to 500 affordable price range. And one of the things that we need to remember also, and I would say this for buyers, just remember, if you were looking, within the last year and you didn't purchase and you're like, okay, well, I can only afford 300 or 250, you might be surprised what you can afford now. So within our affordable price ranges, they actually are up to 500,000, like in that median price point. So when we think about those numbers, they definitely have scooted north. So in that price range of 350 to 500, look at this. 0.2 months supply. That's like less than a week. So if nothing else came on the market, would be completely sold out less than 7 days. And total activity is still right there, just over a week's supply of inventory, meaning, close to 83% of homes that come on the market are gone within the first 30 days.
Yeah. It is definitely an active market out there. And that kind of wraps up our trail along I-5 from Seattle down to Thurston County. There's some other counties around between Mason or Lewis and out to Grace Harbor as you go south. There are some along Snohomish, but really the story is very similar all around. It's just right now very low inventory, high demand that's causing a lot of pressure, just like you were mentioning. Right now is the best time to make sure you're prepared, understand what your goals are, and then have a good, strong strategy on how to achieve those goals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And now there's some interesting articles, some of the same articles, which, one of the things that was the trend within all of the slides with the market update, as you probably saw on the bottom right or left, was interest rates, right? Low interest rates are truly driving this as well. As we see interest rates come up, things definitely will change. But look, mortgage rates are low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They continue to stay really low. Last week, they dropped back down to 2.73%. They had raised, I believe it was 2 weeks prior, which had been a long time, but they definitely have stayed 2.73. That's historically low still. And then there's something that's kind of interesting right here. This is from Freddie Mac's chief economist, the second highlight on the screen. With mortgage rates hovering below 3% for over 6 months now, the chief economist, Sam Cater for Freddie Mac, said this may be a sign of an economy still struggling. And you know what? What might actually show that as well is right here. This is from Inman News. New unemployment claims hover around 1 million for the 11th straight month. So we really haven't quite come out of this. And the number, as it's in this article, the links are in the comments. New unemployment claims remain sky high, even as COVID-19 vaccinations become more widely available, with more than 1.2 million Americans filing for some sort of unemployment last week. So I don't know if you would say it's necessarily bad news, but kind of the news that's a little discouraging is that number is still so incredibly high. if there's kind of a positive part, is there's a little bit of a downward trend on it. So maybe we're still above 1 million, but it's maybe coming down just a touch. And we're just going to have to wait and see what that means. It definitely is one of those things that we want to keep an eye on because it does impact the economy. But for you, if you're looking for a home to sell or to purchase, that I don't know how to what I want to necessarily say there, other than keep an eye on it. This is what helps keep interest rates low, or keeps the things to help spur the economy moving on that. Hopefully that makes sense.
It doesn't, and we definitely will see, and it would be nice, if the correlation between where unemployment rates are now and where unemployment rates are at a normal, can actually give a little bit more, more of a reality of what that really means in regards to the number. But yeah, definitely, we're still seeing the effect of COVID, and there are a lot of people that jobs just did not come back. And, so hopefully, with the vaccine and other things opening up, people can get back out and start looking for work and become employed again.
Yeah.
So,
and then the last little article here is renters are improving their credit scores. That's fantastic, right? Because if you look at this now, they say the average renter was 638 across the U.S. in 2020. The highest one is people who were in high-end buildings tended to have higher credit scores at 669. The youngest group, though, with the Gen Z, tended to have the lowest, 586. But it makes sense. They're still working on building their credit in so many ways and learning how to do things responsibly. But that always, it improves over time, especially when we're intentional about it. What's great is the top 10 cities, if you look at those credit scores, those are all within the area to be able to purchase a home and actually start on more net worth building rather than just, paying somebody else's mortgage, right?
Yep, absolutely. And, during this time, I think people are, COVID has definitely contributed to this because people are buying less, they're doing less, they're not going on vacations. And a lot of times people put vacations on credit cards, which once you have high balances of credit cards, it lowers your credit scores, and they have money so they can pay off debt. And so COVID has actually, it's caused a lot of change. It's caused some positive change in a lot of lives as well. So
we're always growing and evolving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? We're ready for a wrap up. We know this is kind of the trip around the horn for everything. What are you doing this weekend? We have a nice weekend lined up, I think.
Yeah, well, I heard, and I only heard because you and Christy just mentioned it right before the broadcast, that movie theaters are opening up. Yes. Is that for real?
Absolutely, it's for real.
Like this weekend?
Today. I got a thing, at least from Cinemark. I know they're opening. The ones with the reclining seats and the social distancing, they're opening back up. Christy mentioned that the Yum Cinemas are opening back up. So we are going to, now, just because they're opening up, it'll be interesting to see how many people actually go. I mean, there's certainly still a little bit of trepidation over that. And then it's also competing with the Super Bowl on Sunday. The most watched event during the broadcast here, right?
Right, and I have no idea who the lineup is for the halftime. No, like zero idea. Do you know?
I don't think I have a clue either. I have not even thought about it.
Right? Does Christine? Does anyone know who's the halftime? What the halftime show is supposed to be at the Super Bowl on Sunday?
Christy, you're
looking it up. She doesn't know. She's looking it up. I see. Oh, okay.
Who is it? Oh, it's The Weeknd. He can't feel his face.
Okay. I had no idea who that was. I mean, yeah. Okay. It's The Weeknd.
Yeah. Well, if you watch TikTok, you definitely know The Weeknd. More than a couple of his songs end up being little TikTok dances.
Okay. That just shows me I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
You know,
It's
you
all
say you're getting old. I feel like I'm already there.
good.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, you know what? Who will win Super Bowl 2021? Now, I'm betting it's one of two teams. It's either the Chiefs or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Interesting stories, youth and experience going against each other. Tom Brady, what he's done, regardless of feelings about Tom Brady or his former team, the Patriots, what he's getting ready to approach being able to do is pretty darn incredible, historic for sure. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Chiefs, is incredible. The plays he makes and just the way he plays the game is so incredible. So, you know, it should be a really fun matchup. Donna's going for Tampa Bay. She's on the Brady bandwagon.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't necessarily call. I think again, I'm really intrigued how this is going to go for him, because this is truly what he's about to attempt to do would be historic in the NFL.
I just pray that he does not get injured. Like that would just be, you know, he's made such he's old. I mean, like that's I mean, and so, you know, I'm thinking, okay, if you can just make it through and not get injured would be, I think, a win.
You know what? I don't think if you said that to Tom Brady, he would say not getting injured is going to be a win.
Right.
I think he wants the trophy.
I know, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just want his career to be over because he got injured, instead of him saying, "Oh yeah, I'm retiring and this is great," you know. So
yes.
Anyway.
And none of that is to diminish all the other teammates that they have, because it's not just a two-person game. So
yeah.
Good luck to each side. Whoever you are rooting for at home, hopefully they win. But I know that you can't all be right. So hopefully you all have fun.
Yeah. Yes, and be safe. And we will see you back here on Monday at 8:15 for our talent talk. And yeah, and we're going to go ahead and check out with those 2 words.
You know what they are.
You know what they are.
We're going to flash across the screen here any moment. It's a declaration to yourself to step out, be bold, get uncomfortable, because that's where all of the growth is. It's outside of your comfort zone. So today, make a declaration to yourself to do something that moves you forward, to make progress. So if we want to you want to say on 3 and then count it out?
Absolutely. So we're going to say be bold on 3. 1, 2, 3. Be bold.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.